Common. However, in June of 2016, Wizards printed the Drake at Common in Eternal Masters, something that has to be the biggest mistake Wizards has made so far in terms of downshifting rarity to make the card legal in Pauper. The Drake is part of the cycle of cards in Urza's pool that are essentially free because they untap a number of lands equal to their converted mana cost when they come into play. This can allow some absurd combos, even in a format like Pauper where all the cards have to be common. The Drake came to dominate the format because there were infinite mana combos involving flicker effects and Mnemonic Wall, and it also worked quite well in conjunction with the Tron. In the end, just 6 months after being printed in Common for the first time, Peregrine Drake got banned in the format, and it's probably not going to ever return. Alright, so that's our honorable mention. Let's move to number 10. At number 10, we have an enchantment that makes Drake tokens, and that's Drake Haven. This was one of my favorite cards to play with in Amonkhet Limited. It's a pretty sweet cycling or discard build around, as adding a 2/2 to the battlefield for 1 mana every time you do one of those things is quite powerful. It proved to even be strong enough for Standard, putting up a single brain free top 8, and quite cycling it. Drake Haven was the main win. While right now it only has the 1 point, I feel like this is the kind of card that if given the right transport in the future, could find its way into non-rotating formats. At number 9, we have Stitch Drake, the zombie Drake. As a 3 mana, 3/4 flying, it provides some pretty good stats that are just enough to help it dodge removal and death 3 damage, which is ubiquitous in Standard formats. The catch here is that you have to have a creature card in your graveyard for you to take that as Drake. Like Drake Haven, it is a single brain free top 8, in this case back in 2012, in a blue-white activist. Unlike Drake Haven, which I think has some potential in the future, Stitch Drake probably won't be and number 8 is Tabi Drake. The only card on this list that isn't at least partly blue. Tabi Drake provides some amazing stats with a 1-mana flying and haste, but the catch here is the Echo cost. Standard speed, and if you want to keep it in play, you are paying a total of 6 mana. It picked up its only in 2007, and I'm Spiral Block Grade 3. This deck was a red-green aggro deck that sought to use Haze of Rage to win the game. This deck didn't really plan on keeping Tabi Drakes in play for the next turn. It intended to use them up to 1 counter keys, and then drop a Haze of Rage and attack with your Drake. This was Tabi Drake's moment in the spotlight, and probably won't be having another one anytime soon. At number 7, we have a Merfolk being Drake Temple, and that's versus Talrand and Sky Zone. Talrand is powerful in decks that can viably get his triggers. Fogging up the sky with Drakes who can move quickly. Talrand soft play Standard white, small decks that are the rim with good hits. There's one other cards that like this card type, like Bomber Bolus, Chamber's Pike, and Snap. Talrand is expensive and vulnerable. As a result, it's never seen play in non-rotating formats. Number 6 is a card like this is particularly annoying for people to play against because it essentially makes complete a turn cast a more powerful spell, especially with Wizards. And in the meantime, the Hatchling can be attacked and play in the sky. Spiketail Hatchling managed 2 approaches for top 8s in the Standard in 2001. One of them came in a mono pool deck that was loaded out of flyers and countermeasures, and Spiketail Hatchling was the only card in the deck that could do both. The other top 8 came in an opposition deck that made really effective use of the Hatchling because it liked to lock down the opponent's mana with opposition and static orb, and if you had a Hatchling in play while you were doing that, it was going to be even harder for your opponent to successfully cast a spell. At number 5, we have Enigma Drake. The first of like the other Drakes that play Standard right now, like Source Drake, and that's where it sees play in some versions of the Drake's deck, which is essentially a blue-red spell deck for several of the Chaos happen to be Drakes. It hasn't put up any points since 2018, though, and isn't seen quite as much play in current versions of the deck, so this may be where it stays for a while. At number 4, we have another Hatchling, Drake Hatchling. This is the kind of card that illustrates the power creep that we've seen in features over the years. Drake Hatchling would be a fine common in a limited format today, probably give it a C or a C+ in a set review, but there's basically no way that a 3 mana 1/3 flying and the ability to pump its power once a turn can see play constructive. However, back in 2000, it was good enough for both block and Standard. In Magic, some played on a blue deck that saw the solid game of Dr. Magic and Rise of Water, and Standard and some play alongside Spiketail Hatchling, one of the providers, number 3, we have Terramander, another drake who's currently standard and another drake that likes instants and sorceries. Terramander's most popular home in standard is in monoblue aggro, a deck that seeks to win the game as quickly as possible with evasive damage, and happens to run enough instants and sorceries to adapt Terramander into a monster in the later part of the game. He's played both Izzet Phoenix and Izzet Drake, both decks that are built of the ground. Terramander will continue to put up points on standard, and it'll be interesting to see how high it can be on this list. And number 2, we have the last drake to make the list that's currently in standard, and that's Crackling. This is an incredibly strong card. A lot like Enigma Drake, as we said earlier, except that it draws you a card and counts cards that have been exiled towards its power, and that last part is important in decks that are running cards with Jumpstart or other effects that exile cards. The fact it draws you a card is great too, meaning that no matter what, if it dies right away, Crackling Drake has at least replaced itself. The one thing it has against it is its difficult mana cost. But in decks that only run blue and red, taking the mana from Crackling Drake isn't that difficult. In standard, it is played in both blue-red spell variants out there, Izzet Drake and Izzet Phoenix, two very similar decks, both of which are in the top tier of the format right now. What has really pushed Crackling Drake to number 2 on this list already, though, is that it has also seen a lot of play in Modern right now. In that format, Izzet Phoenix, a deck which plays a ton of cheap spells and discards cards in order to quickly bring Archetype Phoenix back to the graveyard. But it also works to make Crackling Drake menacing. Crackling Drake is going to continue to absolutely score. It managed the top 8 at Mythic Championship London just last weekend, so while it isn't number 1 right now, I think it will be there soon. And at number 1, we have Elden, a drake that usually doesn't actually stand a stats of Battlefield. While it has impressive stats for the cost, you're going to be handing Elden Drake over to your opponent. However, in exchange for that, you get to take their best creature, and there are plenty of board states where you'd rather give your opponent 2 mana 3/3 flyer than whatever their best creature is. You can also then bounce the Drake and do it all over again. That comes up. It didn't see play in standard or pop, but did see a lot of play in extended sideboards. It was mostly relegated to sideboard because of the fact that a card like this isn't going to be very good against aggro decks. Generally, you're going to be getting a worse creature than the Drake is against them. However, it is great against decks that go big with creatures. It is extended where it can be tutored up for survival of the fittest in situations where the Drake is the enemy. Plays between 2,000 and 7,000 but in reality they aren't, because the deck runs no copies of cards that give them bonuses for a creature type, so that's why I needed to come up with a threshold for determining what is and is not tribal. I haven't actually ever done an MTG top 10 over decks before. The methodology here is more or less the same as it is for looking at individual cards. Decks get 2 points for Pro Tour, Mythic Championship, Legacy, and Vintage Championship top 8s, and 1 point for a Grand Prix top 8. Additionally, while I will talk about different incarnations of tribal decks for the cards on this list, I have provided a total score of each tribal deck for each tribe. In other words, zombie decks from original Innistrad Standard and Amonkhet Standard are both zombie tribal decks, so both are used to determine the score for zombie tribal. In all, there have been 17 tribes that have put up at least 1 point. In this video, we're going to look at the 10 that have had the biggest impact on competitive matches. Now, let's get started with number 10. And number 10 is Kefkin, a creature type you may not be familiar with at all if you didn't play during Lorwyn block. That's the last time we saw these little guys. Like most white tribes, Kefkin excel at white weaving strategies. Kefkin decks had some modest success in both block and standard. Lorwyn block was one completely built around tribes, and as a result, every creature type the set really focused on received a ton of support. There may only be 60 Kefkin in all of Magic, but several of the ones that there are offer nice tribal bonuses. Wise and Sen offers Kefkin decks a really efficient board, which is a great thing to have when you're just trying to curve out and kill your opponent quickly. Gold Metal Star was almost always a 1-mana 2/2 in Kefkin decks. The card that was perhaps the most powerful Kefkin payoff wasn't actually a Kefkin, it was Cloud Go Ranger, a giant who brought his Kefkin friends to the battlefield and then could use those friends to give itself flying and a stats boost its own turn. Kefkin never took hold outside of block and standard, so I think if we start to see more of them in the future, it might be a good idea to dust off some of the key cards in this set. At number 9 is another white creature type, Rebels. If you watched my best creature type video, you've already heard me talk a little bit about Rebels, but I'm going to go more in depth here about how this deck works specifically. Rebels are a creature type that broke the math block construction format because they were just too good. Many Rebels, like Defiant Falcon here, have the ability to recruit other Rebels directly to the battlefield. This is an effect that quickly snowballs and it gives you massive card advantage over your opponent. In some ways, the way Rebels played was kind of like birthing pods, and the goal was to get higher and higher in terms of converted mana cost of the deck. Rebel decks generally didn't do this whole team in cards that generally like Dog Queen actually weren't running in this deck because it wasn't that hard to get to the point where you could. The thing that makes Rebels so strong is that the vast majority of them are tribal payoffs because of that recruitability. The best Rebel of them all was Lynn Simi Defiant Hero, and it was her presence that brought us to that. She could search up any Rebel she wanted to, and could even put Rebels that you wanted to recruit again back in your library. Rebel decks dominated the block Pro Tour for math block constructed, putting up 6 top 8s at that event. After that, Lynn Simi was banned from the format and is weakened Rebel and Middle. Rebels also saw Middle play in standard, but blocked for this battle sets. The crazy thing about Rebels is that they pretty much only thrived in the year 2000, but they did enough in that short span of time to make this list, as well as the best creature type list from earlier this week. And number 8 are Dragon. For a long time, Dragon Tribal was a hard thing to pay for. Wizards had tried to push it a few times before, like an Onslaught block, but it never really worked out. Most tribal decks
Hey, Dad. Hey.
I missed your call, sorry.
It's okay.
Now.
You park?
Did you park? Are you parked?
Yeah. I have
Nice.
parked. I'm not. The Fusion's not rolling down a hill.
Yeah. It's worth a ton of money now.
Is it? Is it?
I don't know. It would be worth a lot to me with the gas the way it is.
Yeah.
Cray. Went upstate yesterday.
The gas is crazy. Even the Fusion, I mean, probably way better than most cars, but even still, I feel it whenever I'm at the pump.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I paid $5.23 a gallon yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. And that didn't.
You're not even in California.
Yeah, and that was not with lunch included. Yeah, so yeah, yesterday I was dead tired, and so
you're feeling a bit better today. That's great.
I feel good. I just got back from my Kung Su.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I did. I was at Pond Hawk today during a walk.
Took a walk. Nice.
The car is a bit low on gas, so I do have to fill it up soon.
Okay, I'll throw some money in the account.
Okay.
What do you need, like $40,000 or something?
Yeah, if only.
Would that be good? Or 50?
40,000, or yeah, 50. That 50,000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's.
Can you give me $50,000?
That's a little bit light.
Okay.
Where's Mom? How's she doing?
She's working. She's doing good. She's working. She was out last night for celebrate Jennifer Johnson's birthday. Yeah.
And then there's another birthday.
And today is Greg Kassoff's birthday, cousin Greg.
Yeah.
You should send him a note.
Yeah. And it's someone else's birthday pretty soon. I don't know who. But I heard they're canceling like the end of the month or whatever every month. They're condensing it down to like, I think the 30th is the longest month.
Yeah. No.
And then no, it's the 30th, they're condensing everything down to have.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that saves a lot of time then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Clint Eastwood, Brooke Shields.
Oh, are they all the 31st too? Oh yeah, I think I remember you telling me Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I hope he doesn't call me. He keeps calling me, you know?
Yeah.
You're
You're like, hey, dude, come on, it's my birthday. We get different day.
Yeah, I got stuff to do. I have to relax.
Yeah.
I have to have another cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna. You're like that. Yeah. That's what I'm getting is you.
No.
Yeah. That's a good birthday present. To be together is good. That's important.
Oh yeah, I guess, yeah.
And a nice piece of cake and a good cup of coffee. Nice piece of blueberry pie, right?
Yeah, like Twin Peaks Special Agent Dale Cooper.
Nice cup of coffee.
Cup of Joe and a slice of pie.
And a good piece of pie. That's all I need.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
I'm watching the third season right now. I don't know if I told you, it's weird because it takes place because at the end of the second season. I don't know, I think it's like the only show to ever do this, but it's like part of the plot was I'll see you 25 years later, and then they filmed the third season 25 years from like 25 years after the second, and yeah, it was recorded and it takes place in 2017 compared to like the original one in the 90s.
Well, and do they still feature the pie?
Yeah, Dale Cooper's in it. He's kind of like right now the main protagonist, but he's having a tough time.
It's hard to get a nice piece of pie these days.
Yeah. But like, yeah, that's bringing him back memories. It has like amnesia. Yeah.
So. Yeah, okay, can you see now into my account? Transfer money. Okay, let's see. From there, that doesn't have much of it. Okay, to there. Let's see, 31.70. You got $4.16. Wow.
Yeah. I'm walking around with the full money.
You know, you can with another 50 cents, you can get a biggie bag.
Oh yeah, I haven't got one of those. Do we still do those?
They do that, yeah. They're a great deal now.
They are. With inflation, yeah, they're a great deal actually. I'm surprised that
They
it
are.
didn't, like, with inflation go to, like, I don't know, like, $6 or $8.
Yeah. Oh, this is hilarious.
But,
This guy has a business card made,
uh-huh.
and on it has his wrong name.
What do you mean, just like a completely random name, or?
His website has the wrong spelling, and it's on his business card.
Oh my god. How do you know, who is this person?
So, the website is Gary, his name is Gary Mead, M-E-A-D. He's a woodworker up in Bargerville.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Woodworkers? That means, like, he carves stuff with wood? Like, sculptures?
Yep. Sculptures, tables, furniture. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like, dressers.
Card in front of me somehow. Gary Mead Gallery, Functional Wood Art Compositions.
Uh-huh.
And on the front it says www.gary-mead.com, right?
Yeah.
And then you turn it over, and it has gary-mead.com.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's bad. So, and like the fact no one has told him over all these years where he hasn't, or however, he's probably had the business card for at least a year or two, or the website or whatever.
Yes, this is just hilarious. These are the things I notice.
Well, that's good to notice. Hopefully, other people notice it too.
I just sent you a picture of the back of his card where it says Gary Meat.
Oh my gosh, GaryVee.com. Wow, and does that website work?
No, I'm not looking at that. Believe me, that's the last website I'm looking at.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm wondering. If, oh my god.
I'm not going to try it. That's all I need.
Did you try GaryMead.com?
Yeah, I'm on it. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, and that one exists. Okay, I thought he might have. Okay, yeah. You gotta tell him yeah, that's bad. And he doesn't even own that one, so that's bad.
And he doesn't want to spend the $80 to get a new set of cards.
Wow. Wait, so he has like 2 business cards?
No, one's a mistake. No, that I showed you. One is the one side is the other's the other side.
Oh.
It's one card with 2 images.
Yeah, no, he should really change that. And you told him?
No, I just noticed it now.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was.
That's hilarious.
That's definitely a Fleischmann's.
The Catskills.
Yeah.
Not even in Fleischmann's, it's Margaretville.
Or yeah, a Catskills thing to do. Functional Wood Art Compositions.
Yeah.
Gary Mead Gallery LLC.
I mean, look at what he makes. You know, you'd be good at woodworking.
I think so.
Right?
As long as I don't get splinters, that must be a nightmare.
You probably do.
That's probably not fun.
It's like what do they call that? Occupational hazard.
Yeah, that's probably. They probably use gloves, I imagine. Maybe not.
For some stuff, yeah. These hands are probably like rocks.
Yeah, probably.
And so what's going on? Did you speak with people? Tell me any updates? I'm not going to go through a list. Any news?
Well, I'm working on the Lynn documents, and then I guess I have Pam at 12 today, and then
Are you keeping your schedule anyway without Pam?
Yeah, well, yeah, I told you I was at the Pond Hawk Trail.
Looking at that stuff.
Yeah.
And when do they need their application in by?
Well, they're rolling admissions, but so sooner the better. But
If you want to get, I mean, if
yeah.
you're interested, you want to get going in that fall, right? Theoretically.
Yeah.
Or is it the winter, and then you want to also look at some summer, well, some classes now, right? Just to.
Yeah, Lynn couldn't do anything. I asked about that.
What's that?
Lynn's summer classes have already started, and yeah, when I talked to them, and I think they're more focused on something that either like I wasn't interested in or something, but yeah, so they're not available, but I guess
I wouldn't go there for summer classes.
maybe I wonder if Purchase has any.
I think you just do stuff online so that you get your.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
You don't even have to do it for. I mean, it's up to you. But one approach is to do it for credit to get some of your basics in, which would be a smart thing to do.
Yeah, obviously. That's the most, I think, most valuable.
And the other thing would be just take like early college or late high school math just to get up to speed.
Yeah, because you remember from the test that, like, oh god, I have, like, the math skills of, like, an 8th grader.
Yeah, so you don't want that. You want to have a little better math skills.
Yeah, no, that's pretty bad.
What's 35% of 10,000?
Oh, 35. 10,000, 35,000. No, 3,500. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be bad.
What's 30% of 5,000?
Oh, that's harder. 30% of 5,000?
Yeah.
So if it was 10,000, it would be. If it was 10.
You should definitely take a class where you get some of the basics.
Yeah.
You really need to do
it's
that.
pretty bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
You don't want to be embarrassed.
Yeah. Well, even my friend asked me, like, oh, it's the, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you should
that's even, like, real-life application stuff with tips.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not saying to build a new rocket ship.
Yeah, that's...
Saying, well, leave a 20% tip, Andreas, and then leave $4,000.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that I should definitely.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so you got a lot to do.
Yeah. You know, so this was a kind of a wake-up call saying that my math levels are at an 8th grader, and I'm not sure. I think my spelling levels are also pretty bad too, but I can't remember what grade. Not as bad, but I think still bad.
Right. Did you send the study to Dr. Wisniewski and to us?
I didn't send it to you guys.
No.
I thought I gave you guys the hard copies.
You didn't give me a hard copy.
Oh, in my room there should be. I think there's like 3 in the desk.
Oh, okay. I'll take a look. And how about Wisniewski? Do you have a?
I can. Yeah. I have a digital copy.
Yeah, she needs that. Right?
Okay. Yeah. And you guys got the license upstate, so I'll probably just get it when I'm down there.
I have it. Yeah, I brought the envelope back. Yeah, I'll hold on to it. You don't need it now.
I'm surprised you didn't need a new picture. When does this one expire?
I don't know.
You don't have it with you?
I didn't open it.
You can open it.
Let me get it. It's over here.
I'm just curious. And yeah, when do they need a new picture? So I thought this was when they needed a new picture. Probably, and with the real ID, when does everyone in New York have to have that?
By 2025, I think.
Oh, 2025. I thought it was like 2023 or something.
Okay, let's see. Your hair color has changed. You're no longer wearing a hearing. Therefore, this license is void. You are not allowed to drive anywhere.
That's from like 5 years ago now.
Let's see.
I think I was with you the day that I got that picture. That's like
the cool stuff on there.
They have cool stuff.
Yeah, really, these twirls. Seriously.
Were you on the license, or that came with the license?
The license. So.
Oh, it's like more like authenticate, like harder to probably.
Yeah. So this is good until your birthday in 2030.
Oh wow! Wait, that's. When I'm about to be 30, I'll have a picture from when I was 17, or I guess probably more 2025 because of the real ID.
Oh, this is so cool.
What?
This is so cool. It has a, you know the thing where you move it and it changes the image?
Like
Yeah. So it has May 2000.
And then May 2020, May 2030.
This says May 2000.
Uh-huh. And it's sideways, right?
Okay, now tell me when you see the one that says May 2000. Or May 00. May 00. You see May 00 on the right?
I'm not gonna get the picture yet. It takes a second. Oh, now I got it. Yeah.
Okay, now look at the next one.
Oh, wait, you can send it as, wait, what? And it shows up in a picture like that? That's pretty crazy.
You see it? See your face?
Wait, yeah. That's pretty weird. That's cool, though.
To the right where it says your name swirling around. See Andreas Newton swirling around?
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
And then on the back, I'm not going to take it apart. Yeah, it swirls down. Again, it's like a snail on the back.
Yeah, it is kind of like a snail.
Oh, it says here on the back you can sign if you want to give an anatomical gift. I'm going to say signage for you, okay?
No, don't.
Yeah.
Wait, anatomical gift?
Yeah, like your eyes or ears.
Like, but that's when I die. I don't know though. But there's like I just have some hair.
If you have a fatal accident and you're on the side of the road, they poke your eyes out.
Yeah, but like, what if I don't know? Like, I feel bad for not like choosing that, but part of me is also like weird.
Yeah, it's all right. I didn't do it either.
Yeah, you didn't do it. Okay, then yeah, then I'm not going to do it.
You know, I don't want anyone cutting me up.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Like, what if you have like a chance of being resuscitated, but they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, may as well. We have a.
Mr. Newman, I can't hear you. Newman, I can't hear you. Oh, we took your right ear off. Sorry.
Yeah. 5, 10, 20.
Well, it is a life-saving thing, so for some people, obviously.
Yeah, but I think there are hopefully enough people that do that. I don't know. And if I would be the one, hopefully I'm not gonna like make the huge difference. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do more research into it. But yeah, without doing research, I don't know. I'm a bit hesitant. They put me at 6'2". I'm 6'3" on a good day.
And on a bad day, you're 6'2".
I feel like we have the Excelsior thing in this one now. What is this Excelsior?
Yeah, instead of the Empire State, the Excelsior State.
Yeah, what is that? That was on the new license plates, remember?
Yeah.
Do you know what that is? Excelsior?
You mean the word?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, the word is, word means excellent, I think. Onward and upward with Excelsior.
Like,
in 1778, the state of New York adopted a coat of arms incorporating the motto Excelsior, Latin for higher. Decades later, the motto sparked the imagination of the young Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. And in 1842, he used it as the title of an allegorical poem of doomed idealism. I'm not reading that, that's just what I remember.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remembered all of that.
Wow.
Yeah. So the interpretation of the word Excelsior in connection with its status as the New York State symbol is that it represents the zeal of New York citizens.
The zeal.
For higher goals, hard work, and persistence. This does not have to apply to Andreas. That's what it says right there.
In the fine print.
So you better embrace zeal.
Zeal. I like Zeal, that's a good. Doesn't that mean like energy too?
Zeal. Zeal is a zest.
Zest? Isn't zest a spice?
Zest for life.
Or is that like
zeal. Great enthusiasm or energy in the pursuit of a cause or
energy.
Is zeal for privatization.
Oh.
Great energy or enthusiasm in pursuit of a cause or an objective.
Sounds like you have something that you want. You're cooking something? Okay. I guess I'll leave you to it.
Yeah. Alright, so, do 5,000 push-ups today.
No, I'll probably do like 20 or a couple reps of 10 or something and see how far I can go.
Stomach punches do like 2 or 3 or 4 reps of 50.
50, that seems like 25, I think. 2 or 3 reps of 25. Or 4. Or shoot the other day, yeah. Once I get like tired out, you go, or like once I get completely like tuckered out, then I go pass out a little bit and then I stop.
Okay, don't forget to eat today, okay?
Okay.
Alright. Okay, so get a copy to Zilla's Wisniewski.
Okay.
And look into some online courses, Khan Academy or something, for math.
Okay.
Just for your skills.
Yeah, no, honestly.
And Wisniewski also said something. I had to go back because she made a mistake on this thing.
Oh yeah, with 30 milligrams.
She said she spoke with you about Capella University.
Yes, it's like some all-online university. Maybe they have some summer classes though.
Yeah. One of my patients with awful social anxiety did that suggestion, so it's good to look into that.
Yeah, worth a shot.
Yeah. Okay, time waits for no man.
Okay, new man. Time waits for no man, not even a new man.
Not even a new man.
Alright, okay, I hear that ticking. Okay, love you. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, bye.
Bye-bye.
This first occurred in 2012 with our first trip to Innistrad. On this repair was defined largely by the zombie creature type.
Frenella.
Not only gives it hit the near zombies, but punishes. The biggest tribal payout for this deck, though, was great zombie in play. Sure, he dead and is come by Lord. That's a bit of a problem for your opponent. Meaning there was also a reason to bring your Grave Crawler back every single turn. Zombies they came back in full force with 2 blocks and a heavy zombie theme were both in Strahd and Zombie. While the zombie decks of the standard of 2017 had even more, with almost every Lord of the Accursed provided a lore that could give zombies menace. Zombie tokens and evil zombies to draw additional cards and also likely would have played zombies while he was in play.
Wasn't that the Zweihander?
goblins enables your deck to move incredibly quickly. Other goblins who got increasingly larger the more goblins you attack with, and then can chuck them at your opponent or your opponent's creatures. The core goblin decks not only in block and standard, but even in extended lackey will let you put goblins into play. The thing you may have noticed about all of this is that 3 of the cards I mentioned, goblin were recently been written, so we may be about to see a resurgence of goblins. Consecutive representative race with Murphy. Support since the game began, and so early decks all in this payoff they had with Lord of Atlantis, so I didn't consider Darwin blood, where they were the tribe with the blue-white color pair. Victory at a time when Lord of Atlantis was still the gold standard. But Merfolk decks eventually far exceeding copies of Lords, and decks also received Coral Helm Commander, an efficient creature. Merfolk Sovereign, Merfolk Lord who could also make them unblockable. Multi-format juggernauts, they're helpful back into eternal formats where it is important to be able to play powerful counter. More payoffs and Ixalan block with the blue-green color pair. Really going to take off in current standard, but still very viable decks in Legacy and Modern. And number 4, we have, as we've discussed in the other creature check videos, humans are the most plentiful creatures. And as a result, they have a massive pool of cards to choose from. In the game, they have actually only received a powerful tribal bush tune. Green-white color pair was largely defined by humans. On the first trip to a human payoff, and a cheap creature that just got larger as the game went on. There were also reanimator decks built entirely around Demons of Glorious Bride, who paid you off for having the graveyard loaded up with humans. The second time we mentioned Innistrad was given Thalia's Lieutenant, who likes it when humans are already on the battlefield when it comes down, but also likes it when humans are played after the battlefield. When Ixalan was released, humans were technically a supported tribe, but the set had a tribal theme, and as a result, one of the cards printed to enable that was Unclaimed Territory. As I noted already, humans are plentiful and occur across multiple colors, and the printing of Unclaimed Territory, which could be played alongside Cavern of Souls and Ancient Ziggurat, gave 5-color human decks insanely good mana bases in Modern, and as a result, Modern Humans has emerged as one of the most powerful decks in the format, because now the deck can run really good human payoffs like Thalia's Lieutenant and Champion of the Parish, and then just jam all the best humans around into the deck regardless of their colors. I think humans is going to continue to thrive in Modern going forward. At number 3, we have Elves, our 5th and final representative race to make the list. Elves received considerable tribal support for the first time in Onslaught block, but like zombies, they kind of got crowded out by the fact that Goblin decks were just so much better. It wasn't until Lorwyn that Elves received another block's worth of support, with the black-green color pair in those sets being occupied by Elves. It was here that they received Imperious Perfect, an Elf Lord who can also make Elf tokens, who, obviously enough, Imperious Perfect also pumps. Another powerful Elf payoff was Ren's Run Packmaster, who, for the low cost of championing an Elf, gave you a 4-mana 5/5 who could churn out wolf tokens and have Death Touch. Lorwyn block also gave Elf players Heritage Druid, who can produce absurd amounts of mana with some other Elves in play. While Elves found some success in the block and standard formats surrounding Lorwyn block, new Elf payoffs from that block were combined with the mostly forgotten Elf payoffs of Onslaught to make a powerful deck in formats like Extended, Legacy, and Modern. Decks in those formats seek to use Heritage Druid and other mana Elves together, combined with various untap effects, to generate enormous amounts of mana and get tons of Elves in play before winning the game with the Zuri Renegade Leader, who can make an Elf-heavy board lethal in a hurry when you have a ton of mana. At number 2 are Fairies. Like a lot of tribes who made this list, Fairies received a good performance in this game game after really not having any in the entire history of Magic. Just like Goblin decks turned out to be far and away the strongest of the tribes in Onslaught, Fairies did the same in Lorwyn Block and Standard. Fairies in Lorwyn occupied the blue-black color pair and received incredibly powerful support that allowed them to find their way into other formats too. Sai and Amuna gave you a powerful lord who gave Shroud to your other fairies, and it had Flash, so that meant you could flash it in response to a removal spell to counter it, while also pumping your entire board. Spellstutter Sprite gave you a powerful counter spell that came with an evasive body, and Miss Mind Click essentially gave you a way to time walk your opponent by tapping down their land. The fact that fairies are in blue, so many of the best ones have Flash, means that you can often leave mana for counter magic and be ready to use it, but if your opponent tries to play around it, you just get to flash into the face of the creature, threatening their life total immediately. Fairy decks built around this core also found their way into Modern and Extended. Fairies haven't seen play in a while, so with some of the other tribes behind it, and at least that's in the near future, its place on this list could be in danger. And at number 1, we have Eldrazi first appeared in Zendikar Block, and when they did, they immediately received a bit of violent support with the printing of both Ayahuasca and Eldrazi, which would significantly reduce the cost of Eldrazi. Back in original Zendikar Block, most of the team Eldrazi were nothing special. Even indeed, the super expensive Eldrazi were still a challenge to cast. There were some decks around the two lands in that standard format, they did find a bit of success. However, it was their second trip to Zendikar that Eldrazi were printed who could really abuse these two Eldrazi lands. Among them were cards like Eldrazi, technically an Eldrazi Chaos, essentially is because there are only so many creature types that are colorless. Now, if you had Ayahuasca in play, your Mimic was free. Then you could place a big scary Eldrazi on subsequent turns for you discounts, and the Mimic would go harder and harder. The Mimic and other cheap Eldrazi printed in battle for Zendikar Block made Eldrazi the undisputed best deck in all of Modern, and eventually Ayahuasca had to get banned to get that situation under control. However, Eldrazi aggro decks still thrive in Legacy and Vintage, where they can still play both of these powerful Eldrazi Chaos lands. Well, that does it for today's MTG Top 10. Don't forget to like it and share it so others can enjoy it too. If you want to make sure you catch future MTG Top 10s, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to see some of my other 180 MTG Top 10s, playlist on your screen now. Thanks for watching. This list was the most work-intensive one I've ever done because so many cards were eligible for it. There are over 2,000 enchantments in all of Magic. And in this video, we're going to talk about the 10 enchantments that have left the biggest mark on Magic's competitive history. Before we get started, a quick reminder on how I scored these lists. Pro Tour Mythic Championship, Legacy, and Vintage Championship events are all worth 2 points, and a Grand Prix Top 8 is worth 1 point. Before we get into our actual top 10, there's one notable exclusion I think we need to talk about because I don't think a video about the enchantments that have had the biggest impact on the game would be complete without it. That card is, of course, Necropotence. While it only has 35 points and the cutoff for this list ended up being 49, I think an argument can be made that this enchantment was one of the most impactful enchantments ever. Heck, maybe I should just make an entire video about it. Basically capable of drawing you as many cards as you want every turn, Necropotence was absurdly powerful, but it was a card that people almost universally panned when they first saw it. You have to skip your draw phase and pay life to draw cards? That hardly seemed worth it to people, according to the major gaming magazines of the time anyway. But this card really drove home the point of card advantage and brought it front and center in Magic in a way that it just hadn't been before. It sounds strange to us today to think that people didn't value card advantage since it is such a huge part of the game now, but people really didn't know how powerful it was. If they did, how could something like Ancestral Recall have been printed? A 1-mana draw 3 spell if people, including designers, understood the power of card advantage. Well, necropotence made people understand that in a new way. It was worth skipping your draw step. It was worth losing life to do it. It was worth having to wait until the next in-step to get to draw the card. And it was worth the risk of your opponent blowing up necropotence before you could get your new cards. This was especially true for aggressive decks, who could just unload their hand on the board and then start using necropotence